the chairperson, Mrs. Deepa Padhi, and our president, Mr. Tim Boyd, are both here. So will the presidents of all the federations please come and take your seats? It can be either the president or the secretary of the federation. We have 16 federations, so we've got 16 chairs, and either the president or secretary of every federation, please take your seat. Namaskar. Well, good morning, everybody, and wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year. I would like to welcome you again, this time on behalf of the Indian section at this 126th Indian Section Convention. I'm very happy that the sun has come out shining on the Indian Section Convention, and I think things are going to really warm up now. I have a number of greetings. You know, the number of greetings are increasing every year. So I will have to make them brief, but I will read every single greeting that I have received. My one request to everyone is that please specify whether the greetings is meant for the international convention or for the Indian section, because greetings have been sent to me regarding the international convention, and of course I have passed them on to Maria. But if you want to send the greetings to the Indian section convention, you must mention that. Okay, the first greeting is from Gyan Kumari Ajit, Sister Gyan Kumari Ajit, President of the Anand Lodge in Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh. Dear brothers and sisters, I'm sending my hearty greetings and good wishes on behalf of all the members of the Anand Lodge, Allahabad, for you all. Then we have greetings from Theosophic Jyoti, from its editor Harshvardhan M. Sheth. And he says, on the auspicious day of the Indian Section Convention on 1st of January, I send hearty greetings to all the delegates. We have greetings from the Secretary of the Karnataka Theosophical Federation in Bangalore, K. Parvathamma, Sister Parvatama says, on behalf of all members from Karnataka Theosophical Federation, the largest federation in the world, with a membership of over 3,000, she extends the warmest greetings and best wishes for the grand success of the 144th convention, International Convention and the Indian Section Convention. The Gujarat Theosophical Federation, my boss, has written this, the president and the secretary. On behalf of all the members of the Gujarat Federation, I extend my warm greetings and good wishes for the success of the Indian Section Convention. We are receiving greetings from our former international treasurer, Sister Keshwar Dastur, who writes, on behalf of Rohit Lodge, Ahmedabad, I send heartiest greetings to the Indian Section Convention. And we have greetings from our former executive committee member and a leading theosophist, Dr. T.K. Nair. It says, dear brother, my hearty greetings and good wishes for the successful completion of the Indian Section Convention 2020 at Varanasi. May the blessings of the Master shower upon the participants assembled there. And we have greetings from the Secretary of the Bombay Theosophical Federation, Sister Mahasaver Dalal. She says that we send greetings and good wishes to the Indian Section Convention. We in Bombay will be in tune with the spirit of the convention with our Bombay Theosophical Federation Support Convention. And we have President of the Ahmedabad Lodge in Gujarat. On behalf of the members of the Ahmedabad Lodge, I convey my best wishes for the Indian Section Convention for the year 2020 at Varanasi, and also greetings of the new year. This is Mr. Brother J.M. Parmar, President of the Ahmedabad Lodge. And we have Secretary of the Ananta Lodge in Thiruvananthapuram, who says that we all members of the Ananta Theosophical Society extend warm greetings to the Indian Section Convention at Varanasi. And finally, we have the Secretary of the Bihar Theosophical Federation, Professor Raj Kishore Prasad, who writes on behalf of members of Bihar Theosophical Federation and also from my own behalf, I give hearty greetings and best wishes for the success of the convention. Well, I guess that is it, and I think with that we will move on to the next item of the agenda, which is where all the federation presidents or secretary, just one person from the federation, will come and give their good wishes on behalf of their federation over here. We'll start from Brother U.S. Pandey, and we'll move down, and then we'll come from that side down here. So can we go ahead?
Dear brothers and sisters, good morning. I, U.S. Pandey, on behalf of all the 900 plus members of the Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand Federation, offer my very warm and hearty greetings on this occasion of the Indian section to our international president, our international vice president, president of the Indian section, treasurer of the Indian section, and all the brothers and sisters present here. May we continue to get blessings from invisible helpers in the cause of propagation of theosophy so as to serve humanity in a better way. I wish this convention all the success.
Good morning. A new happy, happy New Year to everybody present here. I, on behalf of Assam Theosophical Federation, do hereby offer my warm greetings and well wishes to our International President, Mr. Tim Boyd, Vice President, Dr. Padhi, Indian Section President, Mr. Pradeep H. Gohil, other dignitaries sitting here, and all delegates coming from different corners to attend this convention held here at Varanasi, a very beautiful and spiritual place of India. Madame Blavatsky said in her Practical Occultism, "No man is your enemy, no man is your friend, all alike are your teachers." She again said, "Before you do a thing, think whether it is your duty to do it." By this saying, I wish the convention a grand success. Thanks.
Sisters and brothers, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, on behalf of the Bombay Theosophical Federation, I bring a warm greetings to all of us, and this convention will enlighten us a lot. Thanks.
Good morning to all. I give the blessing greetings from the Maharashtra Theosophical Federation. I am the representative. Respected President, International Headquarters Adyar, respected General Secretary, Indian Section, and all present delegates. I, on behalf of the Maharashtra Theosophical Federation, extend our warm greetings and best wishes for the success of the Convention of Indian Section. Thank you all.
Good morning. Respected International President, Brother Tim Boyd, respected our Indian Section President, Brother P.H. Gohil, and my beloved brothers and sisters. I, on behalf of the brothers and sisters of the Bengal Theosophical Federation, convey our sincere regards, good wishes, and love to you all. I also wish this Indian Section Convention a great success. A happy new year to you, and ending my speech by citing a sloka from the Upanishad. Om sarve vai shukhina shantu, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kashmir duksham apnuyat. Means, let all be happy, let all be free from the diseases, let us not envy each other, and see only the good things. Om Shanti Mostu. Thank you all.
Good morning. On behalf of the Madras Theosophical Federation, I extend our warm greetings and best wishes to the Indian section of the convention. I also take this opportunity in wishing all of you a very happy new year.
Good morning and happy new year, respected sir, Tim Boy sir, and dear brother Pradeep Singh. On behalf of in behalf of all the members of Gujarat Federation, attention to I warm and greetings, good wishes of the success of 144 International Convention. I congratulate our brother Sri Pradeep Singh of the Indian section for the hosting such a big events, international convention. convention a holy city. God sit eternal in every human heart. That inmost spirit of each man is a spark of God, human self, a spark of the divine. Nature, the divine seed is our responsibility for the progressive and spiritual evolution of human being. Thank you.
On behalf of the Telugu Federation, I convey our hearty greeting and best wishes. Happy New Year, everybody. In this new decade, we try to bring more and more people into the light of Theosophy. Thank you.
Good morning to you all, brothers and sisters. I am M.S. Raghunath, Secretary, the Rayalaseema Theosophical Federation, brings warm greetings and best wishes to all, and we pledge to take this federation to the heights of Theosophy and also to give Theosophy to more people in the coming years. Thank you.
Good morning to you all. Respected President, International President, Brother Tim Boyd, and Vice President, Sister Dr. Deepa Padi, and President, Indian Section, Brother Pradeep Goyal, and Treasurer, Brother Narayan, and my co-speakers. On behalf of the Utkal Theosophical Federation and on my own behalf, I convey hearty greetings and good wishes for the success of the 144th International Convention and 126th Indian Section Convention. There is a wonderful theme for the International Convention, nurturing the divine seed. In fact, within each one of us, there is a divine seed which needs to be sprouted and nurtured under favorable conditions. So let us strive for that favorable conditions of self-transformation, self-commitment, and self-abnegation. Thank you all.
Respected International President, Brother Tim Boyd, Indian Section President, Brother Pradeep Gohil, and dear brothers and sisters, on behalf of the President and members of the Kerala Theosophical Federation, I wish the Indian Section Convention all success. Secondly, I wish you all a very happy and prosperous New Year. As usual, our Federation has brought out a New Year greetings for you, a talk of Dr. Annie Besant, which is very relevant in India today. The people of India, this pamphlet is available with me. This is our special New Year greetings for all the Indian delegates and foreign delegates. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I, R.K. Prasad, Secretary, Bihar Theosophical Federation, convey my hearty greetings and best wishes for the success of the 144th International Convention of Theosophical Society and also for Indian Section Convention. खुदा की मोहब्बत को फना कौन करेगा, सभी बंदे नेक हों तो गुनाह कौन करेगा, ये खुदा मेरे दोस्तों को सलामत रखना, वरना मेरी सलामती की दुआ कौन करेगा, और रखना मेरे दुश्मनों को भी महफूज, वरना मेरी तेरे पास आने की दुआ कौन करेगा। धन्यवाद।
Namaste. Wish you happy new year, prosperous new year to all brothers and sisters. Revered Brother Tim Boyd, International President, respected Madam Deepa Padi, International Vice President, respected Indian Section President Brother Pradeep Gohil, respected Brother V. Narayan, Indian Section Treasurer, brothers and sisters. On behalf of myself and members of Karnataka Theosophical Federation, it gives me great pleasure to bring the hearty fraternal greetings and best wishes for the fruitful 128th Indian Section Convention. Thank you.
May I now invite the chairperson, our vice president, Sister Deepa Padi, to conduct the convention.
Namaste. Good morning. Happy New Year. Wish you all a very peaceful, meaningful, and productive year 2020. International President, Mr. Tim Boyd, brothers and sisters. I am honored and delighted to chair the inaugural session of the 128th Convention of Indian Section on the theme, Kindle the Spark Within. And I convey my sincere thanks to Brother Gohil, the President Indian Section, for giving me this opportunity. It is a matter of great pleasure that International Convention and Indian Section Convention are being held in Varanasi after almost 30 years. During Ani Besant's presidency, the national headquarters at Varanasi was the hub of various activities, theosophical, spiritual, educational, and cultural. It still continues to maintain the same tradition. At the outset, I would like to pay homage to the founders of the Theosophical Society and international past presidents for their enormous efforts and sacrifices. I would now invite TS International President Tim Boyd to inaugurate the 128th Indian Section Convention and deliver his address. President Tim has been a visionary leader and has made multi-dimensional contributions for the progress of the Theosophical Society. President Tim Boyd.
Well, first of all, good morning, and needless to say, Happy New Year to each and every one of us. A new time, another new day. Very often this day we place a great deal of attention on our thoughts for the future. Very often it's not so bad to take time also to consider the past that has brought us here. But on this day, in India at the moment, we stand in advance of much of the rest of the world who have yet to reach the midnight hour. But for us, it is a time when we find globally, just as we do, people's minds and people's hearts turn towards possibilities. And in all hearts, there is always the wish that this coming year may be one of greater happiness. Everyone wishes that for themselves and for their families, certainly. That in the coming year it will be a time when some of the insecurities and some of the conflict that seems to be so ever present will diminish. These are the wishes, whether it's the wishes of an Indian heart, of an American heart, of a Singaporean heart. These are the wishes of a human heart, that all things, all beings may be at peace and feel secure. Into this pattern of wishing, many, many years ago came this theosophical experiment. We call it an experiment because, of course, the results are still in the making. But in 1875, the Theosophical Society was founded in a very different world, although we all know it was founded in New York City. Certainly it was only when it was transplanted to the Indian soil that this movement truly took root and flourished. So it is to India that in so many ways the world owes a debt of gratitude for whatever it is that this attempt we are making together will bring into fruition. So it's a great thing for me always. During my time here as the international president, now I have given an inaugural address to this Indian convention on several occasions. I'm always very happy because it always takes place on the very first day of the new year. When we look at what it is that is before us in this coming year, obviously, to any but the most blind, we find that we are living in a world that is in a state of flux. It's very fluid. If we just think back to the time of the founding of the Theosophical Society in 1875, India was ruled by a colonial power, Britain, from very, very far away. Internally, the pattern had been one of various kingdoms, all of the various rajas in the various states and provinces of India, typified the governmental form of the planet in 1875. Things have changed. The Theosophical Society has now witnessed, as has the world, dramatic changes in the way we relate to one another. Obviously, in the world today, functional monarchies have ceased. It has taken sometimes wars and much bloodshed to arrive at that point, but now we have this thing we call democracy, which tends to be the pattern that most people govern themselves by. A major change. And even that is in a state of flux today. So what we all wish for is to feel beneath our feet some firm ground upon which we can stand in this world or wherever we find ourselves. This is a difficult moment for that. We would be rather silly to believe that the changes that are occurring in the broader world, the world we often describe as the outer world, whether we describe that correctly or not, we would not be correct if we were to think that they do not affect us as members of a Theosophical society and the Theosophical society itself. We have the great good fortune of having been exposed to something of great value. It is something that we have described as Theosophy or the ageless wisdom. It is something that is necessarily beyond the capacity of our comprehension at this moment. It would be rather arrogant of us to suppose that we comprehended better than HPB herself, who admitted that much of it was beyond her at that time. But what we do see, what we do understand, is that this wisdom is something that has the possibility for application. Anyone who has engaged in this experiment has necessarily tested some of these, I could say, divine concepts, but obviously there is no such thing as a divine concept. Concepts that perhaps are illumined by divinity, we can test. There's a need for this moment. And within our Theosophical society, we have a role in helping to define how the world will respond to this moment of change. The pattern for the next evolution in our shared human world has not yet been fully established. So it's for us to really take this time to consider. India plays such an important role, not only within the Theosophical movement, but within the world. The direction in which the consciousness of this nation and its members will move, the sorts of insights into the nature of our interconnectedness in this world will determine to large measure what the immediate future holds for us all. So at this time of a new year, it would be well for us to commit to whatever our deepest realization has been of these profound teachings, to engage in the process that leads to a deeper possibility. I think we would also be mistaken if we were to believe that there is any process that will lead us to enlightenment. It won't. But there is a process that will make us more usable, more transparent to that deeper presence that was the source of this society's founding. There's a great work to do. The Indian section will hold a major role in how this all unfolds. But the Indian section, as you all are aware, is a name for a collection, an aggregate of each and every one of you. Each individual consciousness will determine what the Indian consciousness will reveal. It's a time of responsibility. It's a time of recognition that We are here for a purpose. And in that recognition, hopefully there comes an acceptance, and with that acceptance comes a renewed energy. There are beautiful truths that are embodied in this thing that we have come to know as Theosophy. Illuminating, energizing, strengthening truths. Let's try to move a little bit nearer. Since I've been here in Varanasi, coming at this very unusual time of unusual weather, although it's getting to the point where in the world unusual weather is, there's no such thing anymore. It's unusual everywhere you go, every time of year. But one of the things I have appreciated greatly has been the experience of moving closer to warmth during my time here. I've seen various little fires that people have lit to stay warm. And somehow or another, in my own sense of coldness, the people standing next to the fire were the ones I wanted to talk to, because it would put me next to that same flame. Selfish, I know. But it's exactly the same. Anybody who finds themselves illumined, who finds themselves inflamed from a genuine connection with these teachings, not just a repetition of what other great beings have said about their connection. It's our connection to make. We make it by first approaching those who are closest to the warming fires of truth. As we become warmed, others will become equally attracted to us. That's the goal. It's simply put, but it's simply put because it is, in fact, that simple. So during the course of this time, it is my hope for this new year that this Indian section, this place for the founding, not the founding, but the growth and the roots from which this Theosophical movement have grown, will experience a renewed life, a renewed light, and a renewed sense of the presence of those great ones who perhaps if they were to experience frustration in the way that we do, might be very frustrated with our Theosophical movement. But fortunately, they are not prone to such limited expressions. But those great ones who stand behind this movement will make their presence ever more felt because we make ourselves worthy of that presence. Not by calling out on a name, but by, in fact, coming to resemble to some degree the nature of their being. That's what's attractive. So for us all, Happy New Year, prosperity, blessings, abundance, health, healing to ourselves and to this world that is so greatly in need of the little that we have to give. Let us be generous with the little that we have. Thank you.
Thank you, President Tim, for your profound, illuminating, and inspiring thoughts. Now we are going to have a State of the Indian Section address by the President of the Indian Section, Pradeep Gohil. I would request all on the dais to please get down and take your seats so that we can have a better vision of the presentation. Thank you.
podium se. Chairperson of the Indian Section Convention and our Vice President, Dr. Deepa Padhi, President Tim Boyd, respected elders, sisters and brothers. I'm again very pleased to report to you that the state of the Indian section is very healthy. Let me give you a bird's eye view of Indian section's work in the past year. Let us first look at the number of members and lodges in the Indian section. As you all know, we have a total of 16 federations, and we are also then talking of the Indian section being a federation because there are a lot of unattached members. The number of lodges and centers actually increased from 482 to 486. Number of chartered lodges increased from 387 to 389. And if you will see the difference between 486 and 389, it is because there are number of centers and number of lodges that have not yet been chartered. We had a total of 11,144 members last year, which has now dropped to 10,703. And you will see the main reason why very soon. The number of new members have increased from 658 to 785. And the number of revived members increased from 85 to 118. And then you'll ask me, well, if the membership has increased, the revived members have increased, why the total members have gone down? Well, here is the solution to that mystery. The number of members passed to peace have gone up from 23 to 137. Now, death is not viral amongst the Indian Theosophists, so don't worry about that. It is just that we followed up intensely with the federations from where we did not get the report of whether the life members are still alive or not. And over the years, many years in the past, we did not receive this report. And when we asked for it, we suddenly found out that there were many life members that had passed to peace, for which we had no information. And that is why that number went up from 23 to 137, and which is why our membership also dropped. The total number of dropped members also increased from 971 to 1,206. There are 3 new lodges that have been started along with the 472 existing lodges. 1 center was added to the 10 existing centers. There were 2 lodges that were chartered. The Indian section had emphasized on improvement in the administrative matters during 2017-18. Fortunately, good results were observed in several areas. The Indian section management system software now allows all federations and lodges to see the status of membership dues with a click of a button. And I request all the federation representatives and the lodges to make use of this facility so that there are no mismatches in the status of dues of the members. There are no major disputes except in a few cases, and the software has been very helpful to us. We have redesigned the diploma by writing our foundation day as November 17th, 1875, rather than what was written in the Roman numerals as MDCCC 1XXV. And people very often used to ask me, what was that? The diplomas to new members are now sent in a matter of days rather than weeks. The Indian Theosophist is delivered without fail to those who have subscribed for the registered book post option by paying rupees 300 for 12 issues. Even for others that pay 30 for the 12 issues, the ordinary delivery has improved after our continuous complaints to the post office. The packaging of our diplomas sent to the Federation have significantly improved, and so there are very few complaints of soiled, mutilated or crushed diplomas. Improvements in the overall administration took place in many other matters to serve the members better and save money at the headquarters. Better quality of service at lower cost was our motto. This year it was our goal to motivate the federations, lodges, and all members to achieve true propagation of Theosophy. This was mainly achieved by organizing a unique goal-setting meet for all federation presidents and secretaries of the Indian section on 6th and 7th October 2018 at Bhowali. Our international president Tim Boyd and his wife Lily Boyd attended the meet. Tim was most impressed by the sincerity and involvement of all participants in setting 7 to 10 excellent, smart goals, which were specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and trackable. He mentioned that the Federation officers grasped the technique of goal setting fast and developed a good grip on the subject. A booklet on the goals of the Indian section and all the 16 federations was compiled and distributed to all concerned. And that is the photograph of the cover of that booklet. The objective of continuously keeping the goals in focus was achieved by tracking and reviewing the percentage achieved of each goal for each federation on a monthly basis in the Indian Theosophist. And here is a typical look at what had actually appeared in the Indian Theosophist for the Indian section headquarters and for the 7 goals they had taken up. This meeting of all presidents and secretaries for 2 working days itself turned out to be very useful for them to exchange ideas and the success stories. At the end of the year, the final review of goals for all the federations took place at Varanasi in the presence of all federation presidents and secretaries. The overall average consolidated achievement for all the federations and the Indian section was 63% of the goals achieved, which was, I thought, first class. The highest achievers were the Indian section standalone at 93%, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand at 90%, and Marathi Federation at 88%. After motivating all the federation leaders through goal setting, who in turn motivated their respective lodge presidents and secretaries, who eventually motivated the members in their lodges, it was turned to motivate our employees at the Indian section. All the employees were given a bonus of 8.33% of their salary or wages a week before Diwali. They were all very happy and grateful, and the same thing has continued this year. During the year under review, arrangements were also made for all residences of staff and workers of the Indian section living within the campus to get water supplied round the clock from 2 large 15,000-liter tanks installed at the highest point in the campus above the Mehta hostel. All families were very happy with this facility because earlier water was given for 3 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening. The annual National Study Camp at the Indian Section headquarters was held from 23rd to 25th November 2018. It was conducted by Brother Vicent Hao Chin Jr., popularly known as Vic, on self-transformation. A total of 105 persons attended the camp and benefited from the very simplistic but effective method of teaching by Vic. He explained why one should concentrate on self-transformation of reality, clarification and integration of values, self-mastery and transcendence. He first explained why self-transformation is required. Then he elaborated on the 4 aspects of self-transformation, namely review of the map of reality, clarification and integration of values, self-mastery and transcendence. He concluded by explaining how the pursuit of self-transformation can help us in life. During the camp, the food served by Shahi restaurant was appreciated very much by all the delegates. In fact, they ate so much, they came and complained to me that the food you have served has all made us feel very sleepy. So please don't serve this kind of food every time. An international workshop on teachers' training was organized along with our college, VKM, on 26-27 November. 120 delegates from 9 colleges of Varanasi and 20 delegates from all over India, sponsored by TOS, attended the workshop. Venerable M. Medhankara Thero of Sri Lanka and Vic were the resource persons. The highlight of the year was the completion of construction in a record 18 months and inauguration of the elegant Rohit Mehta Bhavan, or our hostel, having 146 beds in place of the dilapidated Ram Nivas building. The fears spread by people about the loss of serenity of the place had turned out to be dupes. The serenity has in fact improved. This hostel was completed at a cost of only rupees 2.8 crores. Every double-seated room has 2 imported beds, mattresses, sheets, pillow with pillow cover, tables, chairs, and cupboards obtained from a cruise ship which had come for breaking at a port in Gujarat, Alang. Every room has a fan, 2 LED lights, broom, dustpan, a sling for hanging wash clothes, velvet touch paint, and 2x2 vitrified tiles. The hostel has a sprawling common room with 40 chairs, a table tennis table, a 56-inch smart television, 3 desktop computers with Wi-Fi facility which can be used in all the 73 hostel rooms. The hostel has geysers in the spacious bathrooms, an inverter for continuous power supply, a RO unit, and a water cooler. The hostel was inaugurated by the Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University, who publicly acknowledged that it was better than his BHU hostel and arguably the best in Varanasi. He could not believe how it could be made at such a low cost. In fact, he sent a delegation of 5 senior people in charge of civil construction at BHU, including the executive engineer of PWD, to find out how our rate is 1,250 rupees per square foot when their rate was about 2,200 rupees per square foot. In the first year itself, the hostel has 130 students out of a capacity of 146. The Vasant Balika Vihar hostel of the Indian section has 275 students this year out of a capacity of 310. Another highlight of the year was the decision to hold the next international convention at Varanasi for the first time after a gap of 30 years. The Indian Section Council fully supported the decision of the section president to host the convention. International President Tim Boyd, the General Council, and the International Executive Committee were unanimous in holding the convention at Varanasi. The planning for the convention had started in May 2019 with Brother Shikhar Agnihotri as the convention officer and Mrs. Uma Bhattacharya painfully organizing all aspects of hosting up to 1,500 delegates, even though it is unlikely that so many will come. That is what we thought at that time. And if you will see the registration figures now, we are hardly 5 to 7 delegates short of 1,500. Everyone will be able to experience the Varanasi flavor in this convention, and its taste will linger on. Hosting a convention in Varanasi will allow lead beater chambers at Adyar to be repaired, strengthened, and upgraded in a period of 18 months. It is not possible for a convention to be held at Adyar without the lead beater chambers. Another major accomplishment was to get all the buildings of the Indian section authorized by the Varanasi Development Authority. In the past, approval for making extension of an existing building or making a new building was not received from VDA because we did not have the approved buildings. The approval was obtained after friendly but aggressive follow-up with VDA. It is because of the above-mentioned approval that we could demolish the largely non-functional dispensary and construct the Harmony building with ground plus 3 floors. At the present, the ground floor of the building with 1,524 square feet carpet area has been leased to a clothing showroom for more than 2 lakhs per month. The rent of rupees 2 lakhs and 5,000 is being regularly received since May 2019. The first floor, with about 2,300 square feet carpet area, has been leased to Bank of Baroda for about 2 lakhs and 53,000 per month. The second and third floors of the building are kept as dormitory for our delegates attending various study camps and conferences. It will provide clean accommodation along with sufficient toilets and bathrooms. There is also a lift that just started to function since yesterday. There is a race with time to complete the second and third floor of the building by 31st December, but fortunately it was done before time. The Indian section has fully supported the activities of TOS in India. The Indian section and TOS International together contributed rupees 6 lakhs for the Kerala flood relief work. TOS in India and Odisha region contributed for cyclone relief work in Odisha. TOS in Odisha donated rupees 1 lakh for the Chief Minister's Relief Fund. TOS East Zone Conference was held at Kolkata, West Zone Conference at Amravati in Maharashtra, and South Zone Conference at Bangalore. The website of the Indian section is working very well with membership forms, monthly access to the Indian Theosophy there, several federation magazines, etc. are being put up on it. During the year, the district magistrate along with police support captured Indian section's property of about 50,000 square feet at Gorakhpur. The reason given for this was that the 30 years lease was not renewed since the last 40 years, and that Gorakhpur Lodge earned rental income from this property against the terms of the lease. We are pursuing this in the Allahabad High Court, but do not stand much of a chance to retain the property. The district administration point out that they need to construct a court building there, and hence even the court is likely to be biased. The same kind of situation may arise at Gwalior Lodge, where we have 70,000 square feet of land, which is not much used, and within which the secretary of the Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan Federation lives. A resolution by circulation has been passed by 31 votes in favor and 1 vote against to sell 50,000 square feet of the land. A hall for the lodge, library, guest room, shrine room, and residence of the Federation Secretary will be constructed by the buyer. Unfortunately, the Federation Secretary residing there turned hostile to this idea and had managed to drive away the prospective buyer. We are searching for new buyers now. Such property that we cannot protect must be sold, or else we will end up losing it, like in the case of Gorakhpur. We are fully compliant with GST now. There has been no progress with the SDO and the Nayab Tahsildar in getting the name of the owner of this land where you now sit at Varanasi changed from that of Upendranath Basu to the Indian section, the Theosophical Society. It appears that we will have to take the case to the Allahabad High Court, because after 120 years at least, the name of this land should be that of the Indian section, the Theosophical Society, and not Mr. Upendranath Basu, who has passed away long back. Another major achievement was the successful installation and operation of a 100 kilowatt solar power generator put on the top of our inter-college and degree college buildings. If you get a chance, you please go up and see the sprawling network of this solar project, the solar power project. The 50 lakhs project ran through a lot of difficulties due to corrupt officers expecting something from us. Fortunately, absolutely nothing was given, and with the help of Dr. Sandeep Pandey, son of our Federation President U.S. Pandey, we were able to get the troublesome no objection certificate from the Electrical Safety Department. The Electricity Board officials fully cooperated with us, and this project will generate a savings of about rupees 10 lakhs per year. This is where I think we were all tested, because for several months this project was delayed because of not getting this NOC. And it was discussed whether we should give the bribe that they wanted, so that that's the only way to get this done. But we stood absolutely firm on this, thinking that what is the point of doing something against the principles of Theosophy? And fortunately, some divine help came from the top, and we were able to get this thing done without giving a single paisa to anyone. The Indian section continues to run the Vasant Kanya Mahavidyalaya, whose motto is education as service, and strives to bring up students as responsible citizens who are keen to serve the community. Presently, the college is offering 14 subjects in arts and social science at undergraduate level to 1,357 students, and 5 subjects at postgraduate level to 295 students, to form a total strength of 1,652 students. After taking over the administration of the college directly under the Indian section and appointing Mrs. Uma Bhattacharya as the manager, the college will be introducing geography at undergraduate level and postgraduate in 6 more subjects from the 2020-21 academic year. Approval from Banaras Hindu University has been received for it. VKM has a very competent and dynamic principal in Dr. Ratna Srivastav and an outstanding faculty leading to excellent results. And I just heard yesterday that I believe as many as 8 gold medals were received by our college students. It seems that the other colleges will now complain that, well, there is no scope for them to have any gold medals. During the previous academic year, they organized 1 international seminar, 2 national seminars, 3 college-level workshops, 30 lectures, 11 department and committee-level workshops, 2 fairs, and 14 educational tours. 3 ICSSR projects were sanctioned to the faculty members. Construction of a new academic block is in progress, and I'm sure you must have seen that, to accommodate more students. The college also promotes various extracurricular activities for fostering creativity and overall development of students. We are hoping to start a commerce faculty, B.Ed or teachers education faculty, and possibly a Master of Business Administration department over here. The 127th convention, one of the Indian section, was held at Adyar Theatre on 1st January 2019, exactly a year back. The international president of the Theosophical Society, Brother Tim Boyd, was the chief guest, and Vice President Dr. Deepa Padi was the chairperson. The current president of the Indian section welcomed Tim Boyd, Deepa Padi, and all the delegates. He then read the greetings from the well-wishers. The international president gave his inaugural address, followed by the State of the Indian section address, along with a slideshow by the Indian section president, Pradeep Gohil. The annual report of the treasurer was read out by Mr. V. Narayanan, and the concluding remarks were given by the chairperson, Dr. Deepa Padi. After vote of thanks by Pradeep Gohil, the session was declared closed. The Indian Section Convention 2 was held on 3rd January 2019 at Adyar Theatre and was chaired by Brother Yogendra Desai. He welcomed the delegates and then introduced the 5 speakers. Brother Shikhar Agnihotri, the current convention officer, spoke on harmony and brotherhood. Brother S.U. Mahesh spoke on regeneration. Brother N.C. Krishna spoke on reincarnation and spiritual evolution. Sister S.P. Malini spoke on self-awareness and human welfare. Dr. M.A. Ravindran, President of the Kerala Federation, spoke on evolution of consciousness. Finally, the chairman gave his concluding remarks. At the Indian section headquarters, a meeting to celebrate Dr. Annie Besant's 171st birth anniversary was organized at the section headquarters in Varanasi on 1st October 2018. Brother U.S. Pandey, National Lecturer, was the guest speaker on this occasion. Sister Uma Bhattacharya introduced the speaker and welcomed him and the participants. Brother U.S. Pandey, in his talk delivered before the members and students, mentioned about the multi-dimensional and extraordinary personality of Dr. Annie Besant, covering certain significant events and aspects from his life and work in all fields: personal, social, religious, theosophical, and political. Brother Pandey also quoted her last address during the 56th International Convention of the Theosophical Society, in which her concluding paragraph said, "It is no good to talk theosophy unless we live what we talk." And also about her statement elsewhere that the first step of all, without which no approach is possible, may be summed up in 4 brief words: the service of man. Srimati Uma Bhattacharya gave the vote of thanks. A meeting to celebrate the 143rd foundation of the Theosophical Society was held at the Indian section headquarters on 17th November 2018. It started with a universal prayer led by Brother Pradeep Gohil. Then Brother Gohil welcomed all the members and introduced the guest speaker, Brother N.C. Krishna, National Lecturer. Brother N.C. Krishna, in his talk, traced the early history of the formation of the Theosophical Society. He mentioned about the efforts the founders, Madam H.P. Blavatsky and H.S. Alcott, put in to form the Theosophical Society. HPB was instrumental in creating a platform for the spreading of wisdom religion and to take forward the universal message of Theosophy to form a nucleus of universal brotherhood. The support convention was held at the section headquarters Varanasi on 31st December 2018 and 5th January 2019. Srimati Uma Bhattacharya conducted the meeting on both the days. A meeting to observe Adyar Day was held at the Indian section headquarters on 17th February 2019 to commemorate the Nirvana Day of Colonel Alcott and J. Krishnamurthy and birthday of C.W. Leadbeater. The meeting started with the prayers of all faiths, followed by universal prayer. On this occasion, the students of Vasant Balika Vihar presented Adyar song under the guidance of Srimati Manju Sundaram. The song, written by Srimati Mugdhaben Hora, unfolded the unsurpassable natural beauty and relevance of Adyar, which houses the international headquarters of the Theosophical Society. The meaning of the song was beautifully explained by Dr. Beena Singh, President KTS. Dr. Pushpalata Pratap, a very senior member of the Kashi Tattva Sabha, spoke on this occasion. Dr. Pratap in her talk explained the significance of Theosophy and its motto, "There is no religion higher than truth," in the contemporary world. The need to follow the truth and to imbibe it in one's character is the utmost need of the hour. The program concluded with vote of thanks by Srimati Uma Bhattacharya. A meeting to observe the White Lotus Day was held at the section headquarters in Varanasi on 8th May. The program started with prayers of all faiths, followed by the universal prayer. Srimati Uma Bhattacharya welcomed the guests. Excerpts from the books Bhagavad Gita, The Light of Asia, The Voice of the Silence were read by Sri Jwala Prasad Mishra, Srimati Bharti Chattopadhyay, and Dr. Beena Singh, respectively. The 96th Easter Theosophical Conference was held at Adyar from 19th April to 21st April 2019. The theme of the conference was the real purpose of the Theosophical Society. The book recommended for study was Theosophy as the Masters See It by Clara M. Codd. The venue of the conference was the recently renovated Blavatsky Bungalow near the Great Banyan Tree. The reference books of the conference were available at the venue of the conference, and TPH provided 40% discount on selected books. A total of 124 registered delegates from various federations, including Assam Federation, attended the conference. This conference was beautifully hosted by the Kerala Theosophical Federation, and their outstanding work resulted in having as many as 124 registered delegates. A North India study camp was held at the Indian section headquarters from 23rd to 25th November 2018. And rather than call it North India, we are now just calling it the Indian section study camp. Mr. Vic, former General Secretary of TS in the Philippines and a former President of the Indo-Pacific Federation, directed the study on self-transformation, which I have already explained. A study camp under the auspices of the Kerala Theosophical Federation was held in Bhowali from 27th April to 3rd May 2019. The book taken up for study was The Key to Theosophy by H.P. Blavatsky. And this is one very satisfying thing that I would like to share with you, that all the federations have cooperated in holding a camp at Bhowali. And this really gives us the impetus that we needed for doing something in terms of propagating Theosophy as well as bringing more knowledge of Theosophy to our members. The camp was inaugurated on 27th morning by the Federation's President Dr. M.A. Ravindran by lighting the lamp followed by universal prayer. Brother K. Dinakaran, Secretary KTF, welcomed the members from different lodges of Kerala and explained the importance of the book, The Key to Theosophy, which has reference in Mahatma Gandhi's autobiography, The Story of My Experiments with Truth. Gandhi mentioned that it was H.P. Blavatsky's book which stimulated in him the desire to read books on Hinduism and freed him from the misconceptions on Hinduism fostered by the missionaries. Discussion on the following subjects were conducted, and Brother Dinakaran led the discussion: how members can help the Theosophical Society, the future of the Theosophical Society, Theosophy, and marriage. The Marathi Theosophical Federation organized a study camp on Light on the Path at Bhowali from 10th May to 15th May. It was directed by Brother C.A. Shinde, National Lecturer, Indian Section, Theosophical Society. 24 delegates from various lodges of Maharashtra participated in it. A study camp on the theme Present Moment Awareness was held under the auspices of the Karnataka Theosophical Federation from 17th to 23rd May 2019. The president of KTF, Brother B.V. Thippeswamy, directed the study, which was attended by 60 members of the Federation. It was inaugurated by Brother V. Narayanan, Treasurer, Indian Section, and the architect of our Bhowali campus, by lighting the lamp. He also stressed on meditation, which brought inner awareness and divine presence, and it was the responsibility of each member of the Theosophical Society to live and to propagate universal brotherhood. A study camp under the auspices of Gujarat Theosophical Federation was held from 28th May to 30th May 2019. The book taken up for study was Light on the Path, and it was directed by the Federation Secretary of Uttar Pradesh and National Lecturer Brother U.S. Pandey. In all, 23 members participated in it, 14 from Gujarat, 6 from Bombay, and 3 from Marathi Federation. The Utkal Theosophical Federation, along with Assam, Bengal, and Bihar Theosophical Federation, organized a study camp from 1st to 5th June 2019. I'm trying to motivate all these 4 federations now to have their study camps on their own. That way they will at least get more members to attend in these camps. The book selected for the study was Glimpses into the Psychology of Yoga, written by I.K. Taimini. Brother P.K. Mahapatra was the coordinator of this program. The UP Federation and Madhya Pradesh Rajasthan Federation jointly organized a 3-day study camp on ICs Unveiled from 7th to 9th June 2019. The study was directed by the National Lecturer, Brother U.S. Pandey. In all, 37 members participated in it. And here again, I'll be requesting the Secretary of the Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan Federation, a young, dynamic guy, son of the present Secretary, Divyar Dubey, will now be taking over, and he, I think, will have the energy to bring more delegates separately rather than doing it with the UP Federation. The Tamil Federation organized a study camp at the Himalayan Study Center in Bhowali from 12 to 16 June 2019. There was a group of 27 delegates who attended it. Mr. V. Narayanan, Treasurer of the Indian Section, conducted the camp on the subject of self-awareness. The Rayalaseema Federation organized a study camp from 16th to 21st September 2019. 20 delegates attended the camp. The books taken up for study were The Key to Theosophy and Letters from the Masters of Wisdom. The study was directed by Federation Secretary and National Lecturer Brother N.C. Krishna. The Telugu Federation conducted a study camp from 30th March to 3rd April. 38 delegates attended the camp, coming all the way from the south to the northern end of India. The book studied was Masters and the Path. Brother P.L.N. Prasad and Brother K.V.L. Kantarao conducted the camp. The Indian section organized a study camp for the students of VKM College at Bhowali from 21st to 24th March. I think there is a mistake here. It was attended by 50 students and 8 staff members of VKM. The camp was inaugurated by Dr. Kumud Ranjan, Head Department of Sociology, VKM. The two-day study camp was divided into 4 sessions, and the lectures were delivered by Sri V. Narayanan, Treasurer, the Theosophical Society, Varanasi. During the study camp, the students were exposed to aims and objectives of the Theosophical Society with great emphasis on meditation. Students who attended the camp narrated their experiences and learning in the meeting of Kashi Tattva Sabha held on 5th April 2019, where they spoke about their unique experience and understanding of the subject dealt with during the camp. From their narration, it emerged that the study camp had contributed immensely in the understanding of theosophical values and spirituality by the students. The same students requested us to hold some kind of meditation session at the Annie Besant Hall in the mornings, and that was arranged for them, and they were doing that regularly. One of the students told me, "Sir, we were first afraid to come near this hall, and now it is something that we are coming here daily." That is the change that has been brought about by involving the college students into theosophy. They realized a deeper meaning of life and spiritual essence in them. They revealed that learning during the camp helped them in controlling their emotions, desires, distractions, thus enriching and empowering their personality. They understood that serving humanity was the important in attaining real happiness and spiritual growth. The Indian section of the Theosophical Society organized a 3-day workshop on the theme Regenerating Practical Brotherhood through study, meditation, selfless service. It was held on 23rd to 25th February 2019 at Varanasi. About 40 students attended the workshop. The workshop was directed again by our convention officer, Brother Shikhar Agnihotri. Mrs. Vasumati Agnihotri took a session on introduction of TS, and Bharat Sama Puja was performed on a regular basis. Mrs. Uma Bhattacharya took a session on meditation. An initiative was taken to propagate theosophy among students. The idea was to inculcate theosophical and moral values among students and expose them to the aims and objectives of the Theosophical Society. A certificate course was designed on self-realization through theosophy in October 2018. The course was started in October 2018 with the orientation program conducted by Mrs. Uma Bhattacharya, Mr. V. Narayanan, Dr. Rachna Srivastav, and Dr. Madhuri Agarwal. The course coordinators were Dr. Kumud Ranjan, Dr. Tripti Rani Jaiswal, Dr. Beena Singh, and Dr. Sarvandan Sharma. 50 students had enrolled for the course. The president of the Indian section attended the 99th annual conference of UP Federation at Lucknow on 14th October 2018. He delivered the inaugural address on the theme of the conference, Thoughts and Motives, a Wonderful Power. He was invited to address the Belgian section at Brussels, where he spoke on the source of spiritual energy on 26 June. He visited Naarden, the Netherlands, to attend the strategic planning meeting. Now let us take a look at the national lecturers' visits. Brother Shikhar Agnihotri, a person who has given remarkable inputs to the Theosophical Society. You probably don't see him much because he's busy taking care of the administration and management of this convention, but he has done wonders. On 5th October 2018, he delivered a lecture on holistic health and thought power for the students and teachers of GB Pant Inter College at Bhowali. On 27th and 28th October, he directed the seminar at Gwalior on the theme Satyam Shivam Sundaram in the light of Theosophy. On 23rd and 25th November 2018, He was the camp officer at Varanasi for the study camp on self-transformation workshop by Brother Vincent Hao Chin Jr. from Philippines. On 29th and 30th November to 1st December, 3 sessions of 2 hours each were conducted by him at the Chapra Lodge in Bihar. On 2nd December 2018, another 2 sessions of 2 hours each were conducted by him at the Muzaffarpur Lodge in Bihar. And on the 3rd of December, 1 lecture was conducted on holistic health and thought power. He later on delivered lectures on 2nd January at Adyar at the International Convention, on 3rd January at the Indian Section Convention. On 23rd, 24th and 25th February, he directed a camp at Varanasi on the theme Regenerating Practical Brotherhood through study, meditation and selfless service. About 40 students of graduation level attended the camp. On the 11th of August, he delivered a lecture on the homing signal within at Adyar in a meeting of Gandhinagar Lodge. On 23rd, 24th, 25th August, he directed a study camp at Patna, Bihar on the book The Key to Theosophy. Brother U.S. Pandey has been one person who has been all over India as a national lecturer. And if I give details of his, I will be consuming the rest of the 30 minutes. He has been to so many places and has delivered the Theosophical lectures. A true national lecturer in spirit and in substance. He spoke at a symposium organized by Pragya International Lodge at Lucknow on 25th October. He was invited on 13th November to address the trainee officers and faculty members of the Indian Railway Institute of Traffic Management. He spoke on the same theme in a seminar before a group of students and faculty members of Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow. You can see how Theosophy is attempting to spread, how it is attempting to try and expose itself to the future leaders. The IM students, I'm sure, are the future leaders of India. He visited the Chapra Lodge from 19th to 21st April and spoke on the theme Symbolism and Allegory in Religious Narrations. He spoke at the Rotary Club of Lucknow on self-management. He spoke at the Baba Thakurdas Inter-College Lucknow on role of teachers. He visited Kolkata from 18th to 20th November and delivered the following 3 talks in a study camp: Man in His Own Maker, Occult Functions of Some Human Organs, and Chains, Rounds and Races. He visited Rajamundry on 6th January and delivered 2 talks on the themes Key Concepts of Theosophy and Human Evolution on Earth. He visited Kakinada on 7th and 8th January and delivered 4 talks on the themes Human Happiness, Mahatmas and Their Letters, Vivek Chudamani, and The Secret Doctrine and Introduction. He visited Thrissur from 10th to 12th January and delivered 2 talks on the themes Human Happiness and Shiva in the Secret Doctrine. He visited Bangalore. He conducted a study camp on the Secret Doctrine at Amravati Lodge in Marathi Federation, delivered 2 talks on meditation at Akola Lodge, and he delivered a talk on practical occultism. He conducted Theosophical Workers Training Camp organized by the Indian section at Varanasi on 28th and 29th September 2019. And earlier, study camp of the Indian section on the Theosophical Workers Training Camp was conducted by Brother N.C. Ramanujachari at Adyar. The camp was sponsored by the International Theosophical Society. Brother U.S. Pandey wrote a book in Hindi titled Theosophy Ke Ayam, consisting of 21 articles on important theosophical themes. Copies of this book were sent to some lodges, federations, and individuals. Brother C.S. Shinde, another one of those traveling international lecturer who has been abroad also and who has been a very efficient national lecturer, delivered a lecture at Karnataka Federation's annual meeting held from 12th to 15th October at Bengaluru. He gave a talk on You Are the World at Gujarat Federation's annual meeting held in Surat on 15th to 16th November. He visited Bangarpet, Huliar, Hosdurg, Davanagere, Dharwar, Bangalore in the third week of January and gave lectures on various topics related to theosophy. He delivered a talk on H.S. Alcott and J. Krishnamurthy on the occasion of Adyar Day. It was held at international headquarters of Theosophical Society, Adyar. He spoke at Amravati on synthesis of science, philosophy and religion on 20th February 2019. He spoke called Occult Chemistry at Ahmedabad TS Lodge on 18th March. He visited Sri Lanka between 20th and 25th April 2019 and gave a talk there on Henry Steele Alcott. He directed the Federation Workers Training Camp at Vasanta Lodge, Mumbai from 2nd to 5th January 2019. He spoke on deepening of understanding at the Madras Federation Seminar on Mission Statement of Theosophical Society held on 31st August 2019. He spoke on Masters and the Path on 21st September. Brother B.D. Tandulkar directed the Khageshwar Rautri Memorial Study Class from 13 to 15 July 2019 at the UTF Hall. He delivered a brief talk on Ashal Festival at UTF Hall, Bhubaneswar on 16 July 2019 and addressed the students and teachers of Venkateswar English Medium School in Bhubaneswar on 18 July 2019. Brother S.K. Pandey participated as a resource person in a study camp on occult power in nature and men held from 5th to 7th April at Agra, conducted a study camp on the voice of the silence at Varanasi on 5th to 7th July 2019 and delivered a lecture on At the Feet of the Master at the Kanchan Singh Bhulidevi PG College in Kanpur. Sri G. Dakshinamurthy directed a study camp at Srinivaspura Theosophical Lodge from 27th to 29th April 2019 on the book Life is for Living by Brother Surendra Narayan. About 250 members participated in the camp. Brother Ashok Lokhande directed a national seminar at Gwalior Theosophical Lodge and spoke on Satyam Shivam Sundaram in the light of theosophy on 27th October 2018. He spoke on Masters and the Path at the 88th Annual Conference of Marathi Theosophical Federation. Brother N.C. Krishna visited the Bengal Theosophical Federation on 17th and 18th August 2019, conducted a two-day study program at the BTS Hall. The topics taken up for study were life after death, theosophical way of life, and self-transformation. Dr. L. Nagesh gave a talk on Shambhala at Vijaynagar Lodge on 29th January 2019, directed a day-long study camp at Bangarpet Lodge, and spoke on sadhana at Kotur Lodge. Dr. Bipul Sharma, despite his ill health throughout the year, with two major operations, contributed well to the Theosophical Society. He conducted a study class on the Mahatma letters at the Assam Theosophical Federation, Guwahati, and he spoke on propagation of theosophy in Upper Assam and delivered a talk on 27th March at Sampriti Lodge, Tarajan, Jorhat. Brother R.V. Vastrad was one of the resource persons of a study camp at Bhawali on the theme Present Moment Awareness. Meditation held from 17th May to 23rd May 2019. He spoke there on emotional pain and its eradication on 19th May. Dhyan Yoga on 21st, and Self-Actualization on 22nd May, and Self-Knowledge and Religious Life on 23rd May. Brother Harihar Raghavan delivered the inaugural address in the annual conference of the Tamil Federation, highlighting the theme Ageless Wisdom, Spiritual Transformation and Unity of Life. 3 talks at the annual conference of Tamil Nadu held at Madurai from 13th to 14th October, and later in the evening he delivered a public lecture on human regeneration. He delivered a keynote address while presiding over the Kerala Theosophical Federation's annual conference at Trivandrum, and conducted a study camp on the book Life's Deeper Aspects by N. Sriram at Utkal Theosophical Federation at Bhubaneswar. Srimati Sonal Murli, even though she was very busy starting a school of the Theosophical Society in Adyar, she gave a talk on the Seekers After Truth at the headquarters hall in Adyar, gave a talk on living from the center at Manila, at Philippines, and on 31st March, she spoke at the Adyar Lodge on the topic Transformative Education. Brother Narsi Thakaria participated in the study camp on Light on the Path at Bhawali from 28th to 30th May 2019 and gave a lecture on Light on the Path at the Sanatan Lodge in Surat in June 2019. The Besant Education Fellowship, or what we briefly call as BF, has also been doing very well. As proposed in the last year's annual report, certain follow-up actions have taken place as envisaged. It was decided by both BF governing body and the Indian Section Council that 2 educational institutions mentioned below under the management of BF should be contributed to the Indian section for more efficient management and possibilities of expansion. The 2 institutions are Vasant Kanya Mahavidyalay and Annie Besant School. There is no more need to give land on lease to these institutions since they are now directly owned and managed by the Indian section. As there was a greater demand for hostel accommodation for girl students, the BF was not in a position to create additional accommodation because of paucity of funds and availability of land. The Indian section has now created a new hostel for the girl students, the Rohit Mehta Bhavan, as I explained to you earlier. 2 schools are under the management of BF, the Besant Theosophical School and the VKM Inter College. Both are in the premises of the Indian section. The Board of Studies was dissolved in October 2018 as it was decided to move to goal setting of all federations. It would help all lodges and federations to focus on study camp, etc., which have been taken up as their goals. Amongst the important visitors was Vic, about whom I have already described to you. Then we had the curator of the San Francisco Art Gallery, who was in Varanasi to see the paintings on thought forms by Dr. Annie Besant. And I'm sure you must have taken the opportunity to take a look at those paintings. The International Secretary of the Theosophical Society, Maria Artama, visited Varanasi from 21st to 28th August to participate in the convention planning meeting on 26th August. She saw the accommodation arrangements that were to be made for the convention. She also visited the Dr. Radha Bernier Amphitheatre that was under construction at that time. And finally, she saw the menu that was fixed for the food at the time of convention. Now, Maria tells that she had been to Singapore before the World Congress there 3 times to make sure everything was going right. And she said one visit to Varanasi, and that was sufficient, and she did not come again until she came for the convention. The Theosophical Order of Service, this year 201 new life and patron members enrolled in TOS in India to strengthen the work of service activities. Brother B.L. Bhattacharya and Brother Pradeep Gohil gave valuable directions in the East Zone Conference held at Kolkata on 9th and 10th of February 2019 with a theme of Live and Let Live. The TOS annual camp was held at Bhawali on 11 to 13 June. Indian section and TOS International together contributed 6 lakhs, as I have already mentioned before. TOS West Zone meeting was organized at Amravati in Maharashtra on 24th and 25th August, which Brother Sanjay Pote organized. South Zone conference was held at Bangalore on 17th and 18th August, organized by the Karnataka region, in which Sister Nancy was the chief guest. Regular medical relief, school scholarships, help for physically challenged, old age homes, children's education and poverty relief works are in progress by the groups at the regional level and at the national level. TOS in India is grateful to all the members for their contribution for the service activities and the disaster relief works. I believe I have already talked to you sufficiently about the college and the hostels, and I'll just skip that now because we are getting short of time. The Vasant Kanya Inter-College is what we call VKIC, and BTS, where you are having your food every day, and the Annie Besant School, which is the primary school. They are all done very well in the last year with excellent results in terms of the education of the boys, of the children. The Vasant Balika Vihar Hostel is being run under the Indian section for providing hostel facilities to the degree college students. There is great demand as it is in the heart of the city along with the college. This hostel meets the crucial requirement of such girl students who are keen on pursuing their studies in Varanasi but stay in far-off places. To meet the higher demand of girl students, a new Rohit Mehta hostel was constructed, and I have already given you all the details of that. But I would like to share with you the various hostel buildings that we have under the auspices of the Vasant Balika Vihar hostels. We have Anand Bhavan, where we have a capacity of 39. We have Vinay Bhavan with a capacity of 14, Shanti Bhavan with a capacity of 15, Maitrey Bhavan with a capacity of 30, Blavatsky Bhavan, the capacity of 46, Dhruv Bhavan with a capacity of 6, Bhojanshala Bhavan with a capacity of 16, and Rohit Mehta Bhavan with a capacity of 144. The number of students is likely to increase as 6 more PG courses in Vasant Kanya Mahavidyalaya are to commence from 2020-21 academic year. A new executive manager has been appointed from this session. All these hostels have been well furnished with cots, tables, mattresses, chairs, cupboards and the like. By the way, the 2 hostels have 2 separate, the hostels are divided into 2 messes. One is the Maitrey mess, which is on the college side, and one is the Sri Devi Mehta mess, which is behind the Rohit Mehta hostel. They serve healthy and hygienic food to the students along with good quality milk and fruits. The review of financial position. The Treasurer has given a review of the financial position of the Indian section for the year ending 31st March. Before considering the financial aspects of the year under review, it is necessary to summarize the changes affected on the ground. As members are already aware, the Indian section has taken over the management of the 3 institutions, and I believe you've already been told about that. Secondly, for the proper propagation of Theosophy, a goal-setting session was conducted at Bhowali, and you've been told about that. And during the year under review, an amount of 24 lakhs was given as grants to various federations for the purpose of propagation of Theosophy. This is an increase of 45% compared to the grants given in the previous year. This includes grants for publication in the regional languages amounting to about 2 lakhs of rupees. And I request all the presidents and secretaries of the federations to please send me their requests for propagation work, the money that they would like to get for propagation. After giving a detailed report of the expenses they have made in propagation against the amount that they received last year, please send me your request positively, latest by 15th February, so that it can be taken up in this year and all the federations can be given this help. Because of the improved financial situation, we are in a position to give more help, but the cause has to be genuine. It has to be for propagation of Theosophy, not for food, not for buildings, not for any other expenses. A new head of expenditure towards staff PF and ESI was an addition from the current year under review. An amount of 3.6 lakhs was spent under this head, complying with the law of the land. After making the increased dispersal for the propagation during the current year and additional expenditure on PF and ESI for the staff, the section has achieved a surplus of 35 lakhs, which reflects the efficient planning and proper asset utilization. When the ongoing projects of the girls' hostel, additional college block and Harmony buildings are completed, there will be a substantial increase in the revenue of the section, as the President has promised the officers of the federations at the goal-setting session at Bhowali in October 2018, that the Indian section will earn 1 crore of rupees per year, and hence we will be able to do many more works for propagation of Theosophy. The report of the Central Property Committee is briefly given now. The CPC has identified some properties of the section and the lodges to be dealt with during the period. 2 properties in Telugu Federation and at Pidapuram and Dhavaleswaram, where the lodge activities can be revived, is under process. As for the Rajamundri property of the Indian section, the lodge secretary was allegedly misusing the property. The Delhi property of the Indian section is on 99 years lease, and efforts are being made to possess it in freehold for proper development of the same in the capital of the country. We are looking for potential buyers of the 50,000 square feet of Gwalior property of the Indian section. The property of the section in Patna is under consideration for reconstruction and development. The properties at Trichy and Triplicane in Chennai are being cleared of all legal shortcomings for further dealings with it. Overall, the CPC will be in a position to develop or dispose of some of the above mentioned assets in order to create new properties for further expansion. And a brief note on our brothers and sisters that have passed to peace. Dr. A. Kannan, with diploma, who passed to peace on 3rd January 2019. He had become a member of the TS on 1st February 1951 and was its life member since 19th October 1979. Srimati Usha Ashwin Shroff, a life member of the Vasanta Lodge with TS membership of 27 years, passed away to light eternal on 29th April. A dynamic lady whose contribution in corporate sector to Excel Industries, led by her husband, brother Ashwin Shroff, in Theosophical Society, in Vasanta Theosophical Cooperative Housing Society, is praiseworthy. May her soul be blessed with peace. Sri Raman, a member of the Kashi Tattva Sabha, in Varanasi passed to peace on 16th October. Sri Gulab Chand, a member of KTS and also working in the membership department of the Indian section here at Varanasi, passed to peace on 9th of November. Well, there are a lot of tasks ahead. I can say that a lot has been done, but a lot needs to be done. I will let you all be the judge on whether a lot of good work, both administratively as well as in propagation of Theosophy, has been done. However, a lot remains to be done. We have to further intensify our efforts on propagation of Theosophy and turn around the slow decline in our membership. Innovative methods of promotion have to be employed. Youth programs and membership drives should be given priority. I think the youth programs are the most important thing that we all need to take up. I wish a very productive and eventful year ahead for the Indian section. As I proceed to conclude this annual report, I must extend my gratitude to all my colleagues in the Indian section, to all the employees of the various headquarters, and to all those who have worked voluntarily to make everything I have described here possible. I have always received excellent help from our international president, Tim Boyd, who shares with me a lot of dreams that I have for the Indian section, and he always encourages me with that. Our international vice president, Sister Deepa Padi, has been one who has always motivated me, always continuously told me of doing better things and appreciating the things that we have done. At the Indian section, Brother Narayanan, a source of positive energy all the time, continued to improve the Himalayan Study Center at Bhowali. He also contributed immensely in all legal and property related work. Of course, he has kept the finance and accounts in good shape despite GST and considerable increase in the financial work. He has also supported me in all the huge dreams that I have of doing things by financing this in one way or the other. Sister Uma Bhattacharya has contributed immensely to all aspects of the Indian section work, and you must have seen from the report that I have given today, she is almost involved everywhere. It is well known that she is the architect of the excellent relationship with the college and hostel. She has managed difficult situations exceedingly well. Now she is the one who is most concerned in the planning of the international convention, and that you know how well it has come out. It's probably because of how well she had planned. Brother S. Sundaram has been outstanding in the regularity of the Indian Theosophists, editing and publication. I am very grateful to him for his voluntary contribution. I must convey my gratitude to the Indian Section Council and the Executive Committee for having supported me in all my endeavors. All the Federation presidents and secretaries have done a marvelous job in achieving a high percentage of goals and supporting me all the time. I must thank them all. I must make a mention of the most sincere and hard-working contractor, Mr. Jagannath Singh Chauhan. He has completed the Rohit Mehta hostel in record time at a most reasonable cost. He has also completed the Radha Bernier Amphitheatre extension and upgradation of Suryashram and all the 4 floors of Harmony building before the convention. He has not taken a single Sunday or holiday off in the last 18 months of tireless toil. I thank him heartily because he is one person who is not after money. And whenever I tell him that you please reduce the cost, he says, that's okay, I will do it. That kind of a sincere person, a very few that I have seen, at least in the contractors. How can I forget Mr. Om Prakash Yadav, Mr. A.N. Singh, and Mr. Rajkumar Pandey, along with all the employees of our Indian section family. Mintu, the electrician, has been working late till night every day, and most of it is voluntary work. You must all be proud of our outstanding contributions. My term will be over on 4th January 2020. I thank you all for your support. Thank you very much.
For the detailed presentation. I'm sure each one of you present here will appreciate the incredible contribution made by him for the progress of the numerous constructive work or the activities. Now, I request Brother Narayanan, the Treasurer of the Indian section, to present his financial report of 2018 and 19.
Be patient, I will take only 3 minutes because the President has already presented the financial aspects already. In 3 minutes, I will finish this. Before considering the financial aspects of the year under review, it is necessary to summarize the changes effected on the ground by the President and his team. As members are already aware, Annie Besant School and Vasanta Balika Vihar and VKM Degree College has been taken over by the society. Secondly, the proper propagation of Theosophy, a goal-setting meet was conducted in Bawali, in which our President has promised substantial financial assistance for that. During the year under review, an amount of 24 lakhs was given as grant to various federations for the purpose of propagation of Theosophy. This is an increase of 45% compared to the grants given in the previous year. This includes grants for publication in regional languages. A new head of expenditure towards Provident Fund and Employee State Insurance was an addition for the current year under review. An amount of 3,66,000 was spent under that head. Adding the surplus from Vasant Balika Vihar Hostel of rupees 39,94,000, the total surplus generated by the Indian section stands at 75,37,000. When the ongoing projects of the girls' hostel, which is already completed, additional college block, which is under construction, and Harmony building, which is also completed, there will be a substantial increase in the revenue of the section as the President has promised to the officers. Since the bank interest rates are downward trend, an average of 6.5% interest is realized on fixed deposits. By investing some part of the fixed assets like buildings within our own campus and leasing them out for realizing lease rentals, an enhanced income can be created for the Indian section, which can again be distributed to the federations for propagation. Our Ashok Bhavan on the roadside has been already partially demolished by the Varanasi Development Authority. This is near the main building on the main road. So it is likely to be demolished during maybe in another 1 month. So we are requesting our Indian Section Council for rebuilding the construction of the main building, which will be named as Theosophy House on the main road. With this, I conclude my Treasurer's report. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Narayanan, for your brief presentation. I'll speak very few words. The theme of this convention, actually the theme of the Indian Convention, Kindle the Spark Within, is in tune with the international convention theme, that is nurture the divine seed. They mean the same. The divine spark within dispels the darkness of ignorance that makes us forget who we really are. Therefore, staying perpetually connected with the spark of wisdom is the very purpose of our existence, which gives the experience of oneness, love, and compassion. In order to ignite the dormant spark of divinity, the immediate need is to go within for self-transformation. Thank you very much for your patience. Thanks a lot.